That's a long. That is very long.
Can you zoom in? Can you zoom in?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Hey.
Wow.
I can just show you my hand here. My hand's right here, so they're right in front of me. They're, even though they're not our pets, these are not pets. They're not tame, and we do not pet them, hold them, play with them, or feed them, but they're not afraid of me. So if I just sit quietly, they will come up to me and wander around. But if I tried to touch him, then he would bite me. So I'm very, very quiet as I sit here. And I'm glad that he came up to me as I sat down this morning so that you could see him. I want to show you his really strong feet. Make sure you see how strong and big his feet are and how long his nails are. These are not claws, but they're nails, and they help him grip the ice and the rock when he's walking around. So these are beautiful, beautiful birds, highly adapted to living in Antarctica. They have a lot of fat, and they have a lot of, oh, and here comes somebody else. These are just beautiful. They like my boot, so sometimes they come up and play with my boot. In fact, this guy's going to be coming right over there. They're so interested, somehow my boot gives them a, I don't know, but they like to play with it. These are the Adelie penguins. They're the classic Antarctic penguin. If you want to see these birds in the wild, you've got to come to Antarctica. And the reason is that they live on the ice. So like the birds in your area live in trees, these guys live on the ice. And the ice is just over the hill here. And they spend most of their time out in the ocean on the ice. Because their food is underneath the ice, they just float around wherever the ice takes them, the winds or the currents, and that's where they live. Then in the springtime, which is November here, remember, I'm in the southern hemisphere, so the seasons are reversed. So the springtime is November. They come here, they build their nests out of rocks, and they lay their eggs and raise their chicks. And that's what they're doing right now. And because they're here, I'm here. And my job is to monitor this colony, see if the numbers are increasing or decreasing, how many chicks they raise, are the chicks fatter than last year or less, what are they feeding on, et cetera, et cetera. So we have a lot of work to do here, but we do not, these are not our pets. They're not tame. They're wild birds, and they need to stay that way. Right there, that's a very small one, and I think it just hatched yesterday probably, or maybe, probably yesterday. It looks like it's about a day old. Very, very small. The penguin is keeping it on its feet and warm right inside her, next to her body, and both parents are there. So that's the mommy and the daddy standing at that nest. The rest of these only have one parent. Oh, Mom.
Hi, I'm Jonah. Can you explain the life cycle of a Adelie penguin?
Okay, well these guys, first off, they're hatched here on the land, and it takes about a month for that egg to hatch. So these birds are hatching right now, and then it takes about 7 weeks for them to, we use the term fledge, meaning they're ready to be on their own. So the chick feathers are very fuzzy and warm, but the chick feathers don't keep them dry. So they have to wait until they get the adult feathers, and what you're seeing are adult feathers here, that keep them dry in the water, and that takes about 7 weeks. So by the end of January, a lot of these chicks will be ready to be on their own, out in the ocean, getting their own food. Then it takes about 4 years before they come back here to build their nests and raise their own chicks. So they just wander around out there in the ocean on the ice, and that's where they live. Then they come back here about when they're 4, and they build their own nests, and they raise their own chicks. And they live to be about 25, so that's the cycle. And then we'll start to see them here in the last part of October, early November when they arrive.
Hi, my name is Maya. How do Adelie penguins communicate?
They have many vocalizations, and they have a special sound just for their mate. They have a special sound just for their chick. They have a special sound when they're mad. And I can tell that sound if I get too close. They can get angry and they'll squawk at me. And they have a special sound when they're just chattering with each other down at the ice edge. It's more like a chit-chat. So there's many, many vocalizations of these birds.
Hi, my name is Ara. How do penguins survive in really cold weather?
Well, they have a very thick layer of fat underneath the skin. So the fatter the better for these guys. And they have a very thick layer of feathers. The feathers are not fluffy. The feathers are more like the shingles on your roof of your house to keep the rain out. They're very small, each other very tightly, so that this bird can stay warm and dry in the water. So the feathers are very small. There's a big chick for you. The feathers are very small, but laid down very tightly. A lot of people used to think they were more like scales, like on a snake, but they're not. They're feathers. One of the things you might not realize is that there is no nighttime here. I've been here since October, and I have not seen a sunset. The sun is up all the time at 24 hours of light for 3 months straight. So I never see the nighttime here, neither do these birds. So some of them are always sleeping, some of them are always active. It doesn't matter. They just do whatever they're going to do whenever they want to do it, because it's daytime all the time. So there's one sleeping for you. And sometimes they sleep, here's one sleeping with its, standing up with its head under its wings. So that one right in front of me is sleeping as well. But as you look around here, most of these birds are awake doing various stuff, preening or feeding chicks or whatever.
While they're sleeping, can like a predator eat them or something?
That's a very good question. On land here, there are no predators. So they feel very safe here. They can sleep anywhere, and they know that they will not be bothered. And that's why they're not afraid of me. Is because here, they're safe. And that's another reason why they're safe.
Logan, was there something else that you wanted to say about it?
What kind of predators would eat them, really?
Well,
What kind of predators?
the predator for the Adelie penguins is the leopard seal in the water. So even though they don't have any predators here, they've got predators in the ocean, and it's the leopard seal. And the leopard seal hangs around the ice and then grabs the birds when they jump in. So it's really hard for us to see that, but that's the food chain here.
What most amazes you about Adelie penguins?
What most amazes me is about their resilience. They are sturdy, tough birds. I see them fall down. I see them scramble over the ice. I see them lose their chicks, and they just keep going. Nothing phases them. Nothing bothers them. They just keep going no matter what happens, no matter what conditions they have to face, a storm, a big iceberg, heavy waves, wind. It doesn't matter. These guys just keep going. So it's I think it's a good lesson for all of us to not let things bother us. Just keep going. Buddy next to me. This is an active volcano, and it's Mount Erebus, and it's the only active volcano in Antarctica. And you can see the plume a little bit there, but that's one of the things that surprises a lot of people, that there's an active volcano here.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.